Well, hello there. On this one special episode, I want to share my predictions on marketing and messaging for 2024 and how can this actually influence your decisions. Also, the keyword for 2024 is personalization. Here we're going to be talking about SEO, content marketing, and messaging. So get comfortable and let's go for it.
Hey, I'm Veronica Polo, and with more than 15 years being a marketing strategist, you're going to experience the new way to promote your business with clear and unique messaging by giving you actionable marketing and messaging strategies that get you interested leads to transform the lives of your audiences so that you build up your brand with continuous momentum. Get ready, because here's where we say no to outdated marketing strategies and society norms, and we say yes to change from the inside out. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast.
Now let's start with SEO, right? I believe the way that SEO will improve next year is going to be exponentially, especially with Google SGE, which means search generative experience. And what this will do will personalize the way that you actually search on Google. And don't get me wrong, we do get personalization on Google, but this will be even a bit further. You will be allowed to even expand on your questions, aka your personalization, and go further into asking Google a question, which is a complete game changer when you think about it, because when we're looking for an answer on Google, and we simply put a question, right? And you get that answer. But then if you want to go further into that same subject, you would have to create a different question. Here, what we're trying to do is create like an onion. You peel it and you can go even further with the results, which is actually what they're doing is that the way that you're searching, they're personalizing the way that you want to get your answers. So this is something that is very interesting that I see how we are going to be using in the next months as these things roll out. How are we going to be using this? Now, the second thing, and maybe not the second thing, but content and the way we generate content, whether we're using an AI tool or not, will make a difference and an impact on our customers. Remember, the keyword that I said, personalization. If we are creating for the masses, that won't actually convert in a way. Instead, if you're creating a personalized messaging strategy, you are doubling down on your niche even further. You are using the same words your customers tell you about your services in your content and copy, and you are personalizing their experience. Your messaging is hitting directly to their wants and to their needs. And now I want to share with you a little bit of a content marketing of 2024, of a review that is a B2B content marketing trend research. And this is actually very interesting, and I will leave you the full report in the description so that you can know a little bit more about. But this research is a research where they ask marketers around in the United States. Actually, I thought it was around the world, but it wasn't. It's more into the United States, to answer how they've been using content marketing for the past year. And here are very interesting results, and I would like to share them because I think they're really gonna be as true for 2024. And don't worry on the things that I'm mentioning, because these sort of things will go deeper into topics in 2024, you and I. Okay, so there are three most popular content types or formats that marketers have been using, and that is short articles and posts, and that is actually 94%. They have opted to do that. Videos, 84%. Case studies and customer stories, 78%. Almost 3/4, 71% are using long articles. 60% are doing visual content, right? 59% are crafting, listen to this, thought leadership, ebooks, or white papers. Okay? Now, there was a question that it says effective content types and formats, and which formats are more effective. And to these marketers, they said that 53% was case studies and customer stories. 53% also say that videos deliver the same as the 53% like case studies. And then 51% say that thought leadership ebooks or white papers are as effective. And 47% say short articles, and 43% say research reports. It's what it is most effective in the type of content and the format of the content. Now, popular content distribution channels, they say that 90% use social media platforms as organic, right? 79% use blogs. 73% use email newsletters. 66% use email. 56% use in-person events. And 56% also use webinars. So you see the pattern as things go there. Now, the next one, and this is the last one that we'll be analyzing, right, is the usage of social media. And there is one platform that they've seen the rise above all the other social media platforms. And these B2B, business to business marketers have picked LinkedIn by far with an 84%. Only 29% mentioned Facebook as a top performer, 22% as YouTube, 21% for Instagram, Twitter was 8%, and TikTok was 3% as a B2B. Now, to get a better understanding, your biggest priority for 2024 should be to continue to talk to your potential clients, talk to your past clients as well. Continue to understand what's making them take decisions, what ticks them off, where do they struggle, what makes them say yes, or what makes them say no. And your second priority, well, let me tell you, to me, they're all priorities, but I'm giving them in the order so that you can tackle them as a to-do, because I know life happens and we all have this information and we listen to all this, and then sometimes we end up doing it and sometimes we just don't do it, or we're feeling overwhelmed with all the information I'm giving. So whatever your choice, make your decision to commit to at least one of them for the next 6 months and test it, right? So the second is to build a strong brand for your business as the thought leader in your industry and your niche. I would suggest, if you have not listened to my previous podcast, the 3 ways to build your professional brand, go ahead and do it. Because there's an approach there that I actually do think that you can start applying this for 2024. But if we understand from the marketing research I shared before that LinkedIn and Shorts are the best places right now to share content, like short videos and articles and case studies and customer stories and blogs. This means that your effort should be to create this type of content. Remember, these are marketers answering these questions. So I know that you may not be a marketer, but with this information, you know what other companies are doing, where they're spending their time and effort, where are they doubling down to be better. This could be the businesses you are trying to compete with or to compete against with. This could be anybody right now. Who knows who is actually answering this survey and this research. The beauty is that all the ways that you can actually distribute your content and branding to share that you are a thought leader, all the ways that you can actually distribute this are free. These are free tools that you can actually use. And the way we should be focusing our messaging on our marketing and the content is through interest. Because if you really think about it, our interests are more important than the people we follow. So the friends we have are because of our common interests. So think about it in the way that we have different types of friends, right? Like you have like your high school friends and your university friends and your work friends. And these are all different types of interests you have in common. If you were to segment your friends, you would know exactly where they belong. You would know what type of conversations you will have with them, what type of topics you will not talk to them. If you have your political friends, your religious friends, you would know exactly how to speak to them. Well, my friends, newsflash, this is the same way it would be for our potential and current clients. You need to segment your words, the way that you, what was the word that I was saying? Yes, personalize your messaging and your content. Because really, in the end, they want to get from you and you want to get out of them is connectivity. They want a personal connection that bonds you, that bonds us. So if you only take away from this episode that you need to personalize your messaging and your marketing, build your brand as a thought leader in your business through articles, blogs, videos, so the people you want to work with see you as the authority in your industry and in your niche, so that you can actually connect with them on a deeper level. I tell you, 2024 is going to be amazing for you. Well, as for 2024 here in our Branding Momentum podcast, we'll be doubling down on our efforts. We're going to be working to create better ways for you to find our episodes. We are going to be spreading our wings into new platforms for people to actually find us, right? We'll be increasing our presence on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And we're going to be using more blogs and videos as different ways to share our content. And as we wrap up, I want to share that we've had over 146 reviews on Apple, which I am delighted. Our podcast has been streaming in 29 countries around the world, but our top country has been the USA, then has been the United Kingdom, and then Canada, and then Australia. And our most shared podcast has been How to Speak with Your Potential Clients. And as I come we, the podcast, come back in 2024, we'll be going deeper into some of the topics that I actually share with you today, because some were mentioned, very on the surface level. And I truly believe that we should understand better how to use them, how to apply them in our service business, so that you can, hone in on these little things that I hinted, but I didn't go as deep. And one last thing that I want to do before I let you go, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for enjoying the podcast. All your comments and your reviews really mean a lot to me, because they give me the fire to don't give up and to give you more. As we wrap, I want to wish you a happy holidays, and we're going to see you next year. We'll be back on January 11th with a fresh new episode. Well, my dears, I hope to see you same year, same time. Bye-bye.